I believe that the reason God created man was for management.
Really? I have never heard it put that way.
The first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself.
God will never allow growth where there is no management.
Wow, wow, wow.
So instead of praying for things from God, pray for the management ability.
Everything I tell you is true. Everything I open my mouth and I say is correct because heaven directs me on what to say. Eligwe, Zemos in Zenidendo. Heaven will tell me and I will tell you it will come to pass in front of your eyes. Not behind you, you will see it happening.
God will withhold things from you if you cannot manage them.
When you look at the facts that something around 1 million people perished as a result of the actions of the British and Russian and Nigerian federal governments.
Vis-a-vis what we see in Nigeria, which is truly not, it should not be surprising. Look, what's happening in Nigeria is barbarous. It's horrible. I mean, it's complete madness, yet it's not a priority. The United States unilaterally could do almost anything it needs to do. It would be a long-term effort, but it could be done. And the United States has the capability. All the elements of power, we have those.
So why not?
It's not a priority. That's the problem. We are committed elsewhere in the world. Black West Africa is not a priority.
Anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation.
No way. When the time comes, it's okay. What stupid country is this? So when you see you try somebody's secret, when you like, you try secret. When you like, it's in public. What stupid country is that? What stupid country is that, I ask you? When you like, you try in secret. When you like, you try in private. They are killing my people. 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 After killing my people, you tell me to tell in secret. The person is mad. Completely mad. Tell Buhari, that's what I said. That he is mad. He cannot tell me. He cannot tell me. He's a madman. There's a contempt of court proceedings here. Contempt of court. They don't obey court order. They don't obey court order. You're telling me secret prayer. Is the person mad?
I, Nnamdi Kanu, will sacrifice anything sacrificable to make sure that Biafra comes.
We hereby declare no election, no 2023 general election in Biafra land. This no election in Biafra land has been activated. We are going to make it a task that must be done by every Biafran. All measures will be put in place to make sure the adequate civil disobedience is implemented to stop the election in Biafra land.
the meaning of discovery? It means to bring to light something that is buried on the ground. If you can accept that, then you know that Biafra is coming. There is nothing man can do about it. It's too late. Way, way too late. The countdown has begun.
I want to welcome you everywhere, wherever you are. People of the nations of the world and Biafrans in particular, and lovers of freedom all over the nations of the world. Thank you for joining wherever you are joining from. This is Biafra Global Network, and of course, we actually have not been operating and doing the mind surgery show all this while, but we're going to be starting from this week, even if we're going to be relating them critically to what we are doing, especially sensitizing our people and making sure that our people understand what is going on and they are part of what is going on. And critically, today is the third day of April 2023. And of course, today marks this is a new week and a week of my birthday. My birthday is on the 8th of this month. So I'm celebrating it to appreciate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and to appreciate him for the works he has done for the people and for standing strong for the people and making sure that he stands for the truth. And today we're going to be looking at Biafra in View, only what you do for nation. Only what you do for nation. I want to thank those who are doing whatever they are doing, wherever they are doing it, and the corners in spite of the threats and in spite of the circumstances and negativity everywhere. Those who are putting in everything that you have to put in to make sure that they stand for the truth, and that is the only legacy you can leave for humanity. And at the same time, that is the only way you can appreciate the sacrifice Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself has given. Today we are talking about so many things. Nobody's talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody's now talking about so many things. Nobody's talking about the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody is talking about how he's going to be freed. Nobody's talking about how and what he stands for and what he represents. I want to thank those of you who are doing everything. I want to thank my brothers and sisters in the Biafra, warriors and fighters who are doing great work, disseminating information. Biafra warriors and fighters, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank some of my media colleagues, of course, we all are the accountability group. So we are all in this together. We are destined to get Biafra by dwelling on the truth. Anybody who stands on the truth is destined to get Biafra. Anybody who stands on the path of truth is destined to be part of those who will bring Biafra. So I want you to understand that. I'm live now on air. I don't know if you want to say anything. I'm live right now. I will call later. So thank you so much. I want to appreciate you guys. I want to say well done to you. And I want to say to those who are standing on the path of truth, keep doing what you're doing. That is the only legacy you can leave for humanity. The ability to be on the path of truth. That is the only thank you can give to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can't pay him, you can't give him anything, but you can just say thank you to him. And of course, that is the only way also you'll receive your reward from the God of Biafra, who would reward you for standing on the truth, on the path of truth. Now, my concern is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I know that's the concern of many of us who are watching and those people who are out there, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out there, and we are yet to do what we have to do to free him. We are now cashing into the situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Many people cashing into the situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to project themselves and to buy the face of Biafrans, to plunder Biafrans, to steal from Biafrans, to do lots of evil, because they feel that some of them think that they don't wish Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be out anymore. They are doing everything to secure their own empire. Of course, we know those who are talking about their own organization and building what they have to build. But before I go on this particular broadcast today, I want to say welcome to you. Thank you so much,
Madam Adazion, Mrs. Adazion, good to have you here. God bless you. Really good for joining. Thank you so much. Good afternoon to you also. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I want to appreciate you watching. Those of you who are watching, who are steadfast to truth. See, you see, I want to let you know that we are making great impact. We are making great impact. We are making great impact. In fact, the eyes of our people are beginning to open now. Somebody's asking me why I joined these people. I don't understand how you mean by joining these people. Are you saying that if we are asking for truth, I've joined these people? Are you saying those who are asking for accountability in an organization are these people who should not be identified with? Are you saying that Simon has become omnipowerful, that he should not give account to Biafrans? Are you saying that where he lives in Finland, he doesn't give account? So when we are doing some stuff, forget about sentiment. I am somebody who is principled in life. I believe in doing the right thing. I don't believe in praise singers. I don't believe in praise singing and praising people. I believe in doing the right thing. The right thing is that Simon Azuka must give account to Biafrans. Just like we always call our governors, our local government chairmen and people around us, just like where you are working, even in your business, when you open a business, you want the person who is managing that business to be giving you account. It's not about that person contributions to your business. The service that person gives to your business when you employ them to your business is what demands that they give account of what they are doing. So when somebody is given an opportunity to serve, that person should know. Simon himself knows that where he lives in Finland, the country gives account, the nation gives account. His local person or these whatever they are called, they give account. And that is on the premise they campaign and they tell you we're going to do this and we're going to do that. After that, they give account of what they have done. It is professional. It is a standard all over the nations of the world. When you have anybody who says they want to be your leader or leading you and you tell them to give account and they tell you that they ask you how much have you contributed, just know that you are in a dispensation of fraud. You have been duped and you are in a serious problem. We are not building a Biafra where somebody would now tell you that they can't give you account. They will rather ask you, how much have you given to us? It's just like going to ask your local government chairman to give account and he's asking you, how much have you given? So my sister, Glory Benjamin, what's the problem? What people are doing the same thing. So people are discussing Mazin Namikano. I like so much. Why do you join these people? I don't know the people you're talking about, but the people I work with are people that are decent, are people that are professional. I know that in the midst of us also, we'll still have people who are criminals, still coming around. I'm not saying that everybody around would be just. Some people are coming for their own selfish ends. In fact, in our midst also, we know that some people are coming to look for a platform where they are going to actually carry out their criminality, where they're going to come and hijack the template and the program that genuine people are putting together. They are coming there to see that they're going to hijack it and capitalize on it now, pretending to be supporting accountability and all of that, to hijack what is going to be true. And I'm somebody who is very, very, I don't condone, let me tell you people, when you see me react very well, you just know that I have understood that this person is a criminal. When you see me go strictly, I don't care. I've told somebody came here yesterday and the person was saying that, that my viewership has gone down. I say, what has my viewership got to do with my standing on the path of truth? I don't say it's not. I didn't come here to be a show to Biafrans, to come and receive views. And I used to have views, of course, 200 and something, 100 and something, people coming around, and then you see thousands watch after that, people downloading and all of that. That's not what I came to do in Biafra. I came for my freedom. And I came to stand on the gospel of Elohim, the just God, the only wise God, the God who demands accountability from men. Even God says we are going to give account of our lives. So when I ask for accountability, I am on the right path. If you think accountability is a wrong thing to do, then you have a long way to go. I want to tell you, I'm telling you strongly here now, and I'm making it categorically clear. I don't care even if I'm broadcasting and talking to myself, nobody's watching me again. I don't care. All I want is the right thing. We are building a nation, the nation of truth, steadfastness, courage, and the right purpose, pursuing the right purpose. That is what Mazin Namikano stands for. And that is what we have to all stand for. Now, let me tell you something. You betray Mazin Namikano when you are playing hanky-panky with the concept of truth. When you empower somebody so much beyond normal and beyond Mazin Namikano, because Mazin Namikano himself gives account. Mazin Namikano demands account and gives account.
So when you play so powerful, when you begin to empower somebody to be so powerful that you can't even ask them to give you account, and then when people ask them to give account to the nation, you now come against those people and begin to fight them, then you know that fundamentally your spirit have been possessed by some forces that are contrary to the spirit of Biafra. Do you know why the spirit of Biafra is fighting this battle to give us Biafra? Because the spirit of Biafra sees the blood of those who have died as accountable, and as just like what God says, that the blood of your brother Abel cries from the ground. Speaks, and they say the blood of Christ speaks better things than the blood of Abel. You know what that means? When people sacrifice their lives for a cause of truth, they become the price to that truth. So when it comes to Biafra, anybody who cashes in and uses the monies that belong to the people and to spit on those who have died has actually polluted the voice of the blood that speaks. The voice of Biafrans speaking is stronger than any man. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will say that his obligation to the dead outweighs that he owes to the living. Do you know what it means? It means that the blood people have shed for Biafra is more than whatever he would do to favor any individual or anything he would do for selfish end. It is beyond favoring anybody. It is beyond praising anybody. It is beyond giving anybody a special preference. The blood is more important than even what the living owes or the living would do. So what we stand for, when you see us stand for the truth, we are standing because there is blood speaking. And that blood is the blood of Biafrans that have died over the years. These guys have died. They were killed by the Nigeria forces. They were killed by even our own people. Until now, they are being killed. Some of the decisions, some of the actions we have taken today is causing the death of so many people. So when we talk like this, I'm just going this line because Glory, I want you to understand, Glory. See, Glory, I want you to be courageous enough to understand and tell yourself the truth. You can't tell me that when you run a business, your private business, you open a business, you can't tell the person who is working for you to give account. You don't open up your business and then you now begin to play, I know you in your family. Your business will go down. Your family people will come and say, hey, my sister, hey, your friend, come, oh, and you give them. Your business will go down. But when you employ somebody, you give them that opportunity for service. As much as they serve, they improve themselves, and as much as they are serving, also you give them the opportunity to walk on the path of integrity by giving accounts. When we tell Simon to give account, we are telling him to prove his integrity. It is not just trust me. I am just. I am okay. Like somebody was saying to us, in our group, saying that I am transparent. I have given so much for Biafra. I've done so much for Biafra. I am transparent. You can't tell me to be accountable to anybody because I believe in myself. I believe in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's structure. I believe in this. I believe in that. And then so anybody who is coming is the suspect. Me, I'm not the suspect. So you can always trust me. In fact, every information I should have it because I am the one who everybody should trust. Any other person who is coming in and who is going to be put in this line of action must be tested, must be tried, must prove themselves. I don't understand. That is criminality. Anytime you see somebody doing all of those stuff, that person is a criminal. We see in Biafra, you don't need to mince words. If you begin to look at faces, then you have compromised. Just like Nelson Mandela said, if your principles change based on whom you are dealing with, then you are dealing anyways. You are not worth or worthy of what you say you stand for. And that's why it says I listen and analyze everything. Nobody thinks for me in this life. There are neither permanent friends nor permanent enemies. Hate me for saying the truth. In the end, I am answerable to God alone. That's the fact. That is the fact. The other post is I support truth. I stand by what is true and honest all the time. Even if my enemy says what is true, I support him or her by doing so. See, I am 100% at peace with God and myself. That is the fact. You must make sure only what you do for Biafra, only what you do for nation will stand the test of time, will stand in history, will stand on this, will be laid what do we call it now, will be engrafted on the milestone of the future, the milestone that gives direction to the future. Only what you do for nation is important, and that is critical to what we're going to be discussing today. And let me tell you, if I'm very close to you in this Biafra movement, and you show a sign of criminality, I'll come for you like a mad lion. Some people, yesterday we were having a meeting, and some people were just coming with that kind of I would come for you like a mad lion. Anybody who wants to, whatever impression you have about me about it, I don't care, because my conscience is important. The death of those who have died for Biafra is important. Those who have shed their blood, their lives going for it is important. And God, who has ordained us for this project, and God, who has given us this mandate, we are answerable to him. So if I condone any kind of criminality, or if I join in criminality, I will go down for it. That's what God told Jeremiah. When I send you, if you go there, if you don't tell them the truth, I'll get their blood will be on your head. If you tell them and they refuse to listen, you are saved, you are delivered. Their own blood will be on their head. But if you tell them and they listen, everybody will be saved. So if you think that the only time you're going to prove your Christianity, or you're going to prove that you're right, is when you go to church and read the Bible, and when you're going to pray, then you don't know why you are called. You see, these practical things we do every day, these are the things that test our lives about God. These things, your activities, your daily activities, believing in God is not just going to pray and going to every Sunday you just dress up and wear a cloth and go to one place where you don't even know why the person built that place, what the person planted, and what the person did. We have so much this concept of believing in people and giving our lives to human beings and trusting people, so that even that the situation, even in the zoo right now, pastors will commit a blunder, commit atrocities, commit serious evil. The members will cover him, say, he's our Geo, he's our daddy. You must not judge him. Nothing must happen to him. They will be blaming the person who is the victim. I am a minister, so I've been in the system this is the 23rd year now as a pastor. I've been in the system. Before I got to the pastoral system, I've been in the music ministry, and still as a pastor, still a music pastor, and doing music and teaching music all over the zoo and outside the zoo. So I know the system of church, and this is what is affecting our people. That now when they follow somebody, they follow the person blindly. They don't ask questions. When people want to ask questions, they castigate, they blackmail those people. Oh my God, this is very dangerous. Now that brings me to a point. Now I'm going to play a particular video, because this video is very dangerous, especially to one of our sisters who is in Abba that Simon mentioned. Now, why I'm going to do this, because I didn't actually come to speak about Simon. Simon is not Biafra. Biafra is the program, but we must expose evil when we see it. So along the line of my exposition, I will always expose evil. I'm going to play a particular video, which of the broadcast he made 2 days ago. Now, of course, I have told you people that the issue of that, protest is balderdash. I don't know why somebody will organize protests at this time without securing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, any day we are going to go on a protest, we are going to secure our people. We are going to make sure that we have the instruments and the people, the men who are going to secure our people. That means where people are protesting, all around there, they are secure. So it is very, very foolish for anybody to have organized protest that has killed our people. It is, oh my God, I don't know the intention of those people who organized that protest. I don't know the intention. The reason why Simon have not taken glory and tried to take glory in this one is because people have died. The last one in November, nobody died, and it was successful, and he said it was autopiloted. Now, which means he too also supports protest. If people have been killed, then maybe he would have distanced himself from it. Now, I'm saying this not because I want to castigate him, but because I know from experience, working with him, and from experience, that Simon is just a big liar and a criminal. And I'll say it anytime. Let him take me anywhere. I can, if he calls me a criminal, I've said it before, if he calls me a criminal, I can sue him because I have evidences, and he has to come and prove that I'm a criminal. But I can call him a criminal, and I will prove it, and I'm ready to stand for him to take me anywhere, and I'll prove it anywhere. So let's call ourselves, since they are calling me criminal and I call him criminal, let's see who stands it. Let him take me anywhere. Now I'm going to play this particular, my dear, I detest a selfish man's pronouncement of I, myself, me. I do not claim to be a man, a good person, but I cherish my sleep too much to involve myself in anything that would make me lose sleep. God forbid. Yes, of course. Anything that has to do with self. Me, I am the one who is going to, I'm the one that can be trusted in this whole committee or in this whole group. I'm the one that can do everything. I'm the one that I don't trust the next person. Just like Azuka is saying, that she's not going to give Umada the account because she doesn't trust them. She doesn't trust them. She trusts only herself. She trusts herself and her husband. And out of nation of 80 million people, about 80 million people, she and her husband are the only ones who can be trusted. And Simon will tell you that they are accountable to him, that Azuka and the husband are accountable to him. And people like Ikechukwu and Arewa are there, being signatories. They are not saying anything because they are also cashing from it. If you cannot say the truth, I will help you say the truth. And I will save my head from the evil that will come when the time comes. Because I know there's always a repercussion for people hiding the truth, for people covering the truth. Whether you like it or not, it runs. If you are part of that system and you don't speak, I tell you, the evil will remain in you, and to the 4th generation. It will be a curse. So when you begin to fight the truth now, just know that you are preparing yourself for something that is coming disastrous. Something disastrous. So that is why we don't mince the truth. We don't mince the truth. We don't mince it, let me say, or mince it. We don't mince it, we don't mince it. Now I'm going to play this video. Now in this video, this is a lady who, now if you remember the other day I played a particular video because I want to put this straight so that Biafrans will get this. And please, I want you people to circulate this and let Simon himself debunk this. And then we're going to come out with more evidences. The first time we had a meeting, we sent him a letter and he refused to come. We had the meeting and he came out and blackmailed us. And the next time we called him for the second meeting, that we're telling him to come again, we'll have to discuss because Biafra is our project and it's for everybody and everybody have a voice in it. He refused to come, and again he came out to screenshot names and put them on air. Now out of that name, there's a particular lady whom he mentioned in 2 days broadcast, 2 days ago, the broadcast he made 2 days ago, and he said the lady lives in Aba. But the only thing that he didn't do is because he doesn't have her face to put on social media to get people to hunt and kill her, because that's what he has been doing, like Muhammad Abbas Chinan Sanwo-Olu has been doing, and the template of Chinan Sanwo-Olu, which he condemned very, very, very well. He condemned it to the later. That is the template he's playing now. And then he called this lady and he said to the people that he doesn't know this lady. I'm going to play this voice so that you can listen. Now, this particular broadcast he made was during that evening of the protest, the last protest that was held, I think on Friday or so, that people were killed. And so he wanted to try to give an impression that this particular lady is the one who leaked the information about the protest he was talking about, of which he's now trying to manipulate Biafrans, that he was speaking in tongues. He actually was planning a protest. He was not speaking in tongues. Forget all those nonsense narrative. Now let me tell you people. He gave an impression that that lady was the one who leaked the information about that. The lady, this is a lady that has worked very, very well and is a commander in ESN. This is the lady I know very, very well personally. Personally, we are close friends. I learned he mentioned the lady's name in his broadcast, but I'm not going to mention her name here in this broadcast. I'm going to tell you so you can refer to the broadcast he made 2 days ago and talked about this particular lady. Now, he said he was giving Biafran's impression. You see, when people are lying, when people want to lie, when the spirit of Biafra leaves you, in fact, if whatever is your weakness, you will do it beyond normal. Now you see that the concept of lying now, he doesn't care anymore. Just because he has to. Of course, when you tell a lie, you need another lie and another lie and another lie to cover it. Now he told you people that this lady revealed that stuff to Chinan Sanwo-Olu. This is a lady I know very well. And he also knows the lady. Now, he told you people that he doesn't know her. In fact, when she came to the meeting that he was telling Shadow to give the tools to Butuzo, the killer of Biafra people and the enemy of Mazen Amdekano. That video, that audio that I played one time, where he was threatening Shadow that if he doesn't give the instruments to Butuzo and Holy Ghost, that he should be ready for what is coming. Now, that particular meeting was the same meeting this lady was in, of which this lady have been in several meetings with him several times. Now, but he came to tell you people 2 days ago that this lady, that he doesn't know this lady, that in fact in the meeting he was asking this lady, who are you? Lord have mercy. In that meeting, he never spoke to that lady because he knows her. She has been working for Biafra. They have given her money once. In all the times, only once they have given her money to get materials. Just once they have given this lady money as a commander. They have given her money once. Now you gave money to somebody you don't know. You are telling Biafrans that you were asking the girl or the lady, who are you? Now I'm going to play this video so that you listen to it, because honestly, the level we have gotten now is so dangerous and evil that if Biafra will come, something must happen very critically to purge the system. Adazam says that protest or demonstration in Aba was a suicide mission. Whoever organized this sent those young men and women to their early graves. So sad. The parents must be heartbroken. Lord have mercy. Yes, that was suicidal and that was stupid. But Simon wants to now play games with this to try to make it. If you listen to that this video I want to play now, he said that he's everywhere because he wants to give you an impression that he's too powerful. And I don't understand. When you depend on people to sabotage, our people naturally want to sabotage, especially some of our people who are criminals. They want to sabotage things. So it is easy to get them to sabotage. Just give them peanuts, they will sabotage. They do it. So when you come to tell us that you are everywhere, it doesn't make sense, because even the Nigerian government is everywhere, including in your cabinet. Ngozi Orabueze is working for the Nigerian government. Ngozi Orabueze is giving information to the Nigerian government, and they are giving you wrong advice, and you are doing wrong things. And of course, because you are corrupt already, and you have soiled your hands with Biafra money and done corrupt things, and of course you are building your own militia, you would always fall for those things because you are already criminal. So when another criminal meets you, they make you do more crime or commit more crimes, because you would want to cover that crime that you have by their own narrative, and also using their narrative, which is also of criminal tendencies. And of course, the purpose of those that narrative is for criminality. You add criminality to your own criminality, and then it becomes criminality upon criminality to the umpteenth time. Now listen to this audio or video. It's a video, but I don't know why the video is not showing. But anyways, you can listen to the voice and go back to. I tried to play it initially. I don't know whether it will show now, whether the video will show now. But if it doesn't show, listen to the voice very well and listen to what Simon said about this lady.
You know, we had a meeting where this particular voice, my recorded voice, where I was instructing commanders. You know, one of Sabo from Aba was part of that meeting. And that Sabo is the one who initiated the meeting you saw today. She went and told them, and told the Kuwait, I want to tell this story so that they will know that we are everywhere. That Sabo woman went and told Mohammed Abbas, because they are working together. She came to our meeting. When I saw this woman, I asked, who are you? And she was not comfortable. Because when immediately I saw this woman in the meeting, I said, who are you? She said, it's from Abba. She was in that meeting. After that meeting, she left and go to another meeting that they called with all these fallen angels. She was the one who was recording. She had me talking about protest. They don't know that we speak in tongues in our security meeting. In security meeting, we speak in tongues. You can never understand. She was there representing Aba. And she had me talking about protest. So what she did, after recording my voice, she went and told Mohammed Abbas, oh, they are planning to have protest too. Autopilot is planning to have protest. Autopilot is let us do protest before them. That is what you see happening now. They thought when I say protest, it is actually a protest. Hi, Chineke God. She thought when I was saying something about protest, is actually we are going to go to the street. No! She don't understand. She went and tell them, I have gotten intel autopilot in their security meeting. They are planning to go and protest to come. Let us protest before them. They went there underground and begin to recruit secondary school children in Aba. The result is that almost 10 people have been killed today because they want to be the first to protest before Simon Ekpa and Autopilot group will organize protest. That is exactly what happened today. So they came out, they were shooting them, they were falling.
Now let's look at this critically. You said you were asking the lady, who are you? And this is the lady that you have given money once to work, who is an ESN force, who is also a very strong member of ESN, a commander, and at the same time, a strong member and supporter of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You said you were asking her, who are you? How come you gave money to somebody once to buy tools and you don't know the person? And you're not coming to tell Biafrans who you were asking the lady, who are you? Whereas in that meeting, which we have the recording of the total, the meeting from beginning to the end, that lady was never asked any question in that meeting. Rather, Simon was busy talking about the protest he was planning, which was planning a protest. It was not, there's no speaking in tongues. At the same time, he was talking to Shadow to give his tools to Butuzo, the killer of Double Lion and other top Mazi Nnamdi Kanu faithfuls, whom he has made his chief commander now after Azuka, because Azuka is his commander general. He is the chief in chief. Azuka is the commander general, while Butuzo is the chief commander. So now, Butuzo, who is the killer of the people, is now whom he castigated and talked about and called him a killer, a criminal, and called him so many things and talked about how he's killing people and killing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's commanders. He employed the Butuzo, and in that same meeting, he was telling Shadow to give the tools that he has to Butuzo and Holy Ghost. And in this same meeting, he never discussed with this lady. We have the recordings from the beginning to the end of that meeting. He never discussed. Let him come out and play that record of that meeting. Let him come out and play that record and tell us where he was asking the lady, who are you? Tell him to come and play it. You see how people lie. How can you be lying on people just to score a point to Biafrans? Because you want to give an impression. You have lost it and you are trying to give an impression that you are still on track. You don't need lies. We don't need lies. Nobody who is a liar can get Biafra. And that is what, mark this today. I tell you, Simon can never be part of those who will bring Biafra. That's the truth. Mark it. Lies cannot bring anything. God is not mocked. God is the God of truth. Look at how he's lying on this lady. This is the lady I know very well. And he mentioned the lady is in Aba. And he mentioned that the lady was in the meeting. The same lady he has given money once to buy tools. The same lady was asking, who are you? Now, does it make sense? Now, I have given somebody money in a system like Biafra Freedom, where everybody is a suspect. Now you were able to give this particular lady only once from the time money, ESM money has been raised till now, only once they have given that lady money. You gave her money, meaning that you know things about her. You know she has camp. You know she's an ESM member. You know she's working for ESM. You gave her money. No, my brother, okay, you can see, it's not about attacking. Please, when we are saying exposing some truth, I want us to be liberal in our hearts enough to understand this. Simon cannot come on air like this. It's just like when the ETTG, Eastern Think Tank Group, was doing all the work for Biafra and the constitution and the program. And he came on air to say that he doesn't know. These are people, elders, who are professionals in their own rights. People who are professionals and who are respected in their own right, who have built their reputation all the years, even before Simon was born. I've built my reputation a long time before Simon was born. I've been functional as a leader before he was born. Forget this face where they see. Now, you now come on air to discredit your fathers and your older brothers. And then somebody says we shouldn't talk, we shouldn't act. No. Did you hear him when he came to call us idiots on air? Or when he called us criminals? And when he told people to do video and call us 419? Which he doesn't have evidences of. And if we go to court now, take him to court, he knows what is going to happen to him. Because you are calling people 419 and criminals. You must prove it in court. If I call him 419 and criminal now, if he takes me to court, I have evidences. But he doesn't have evidence. Let him prove it. Now I want to call him a criminal. I say he's a criminal. Let him and Azuka take me to court. And let's see whether they can defeat me. That's what we're saying. So we are not, it's not attack. We open up the evil to you, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was opening up the evil of Nigeria. Even Simon himself was opening up the evil of Nigeria before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu loved him. When Tony Nadi was going out with fires and doing all of those rubbish he was doing, it was the exposition that Simon was doing on him that made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu drew Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's attention to him. Because he was exposing a lie. When we see lies, please don't look at the person involved. Expose it. We have to see Biafrans. Only what you do for Biafra will stand the test of time. So I'm not here to attack. I have to expose. Because it is in exposing that I will open the eyes of our people to know what is happening. How can somebody say that he was asking a lady, who are you, when he has given the lady money before once to buy tools to work for Biafra? This is a lady that after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and everything started happening, she disconnected from China Sanwo-Olu. She cut off. This is a lady I know very personally. She cut off. She doesn't have anything to do with China Sanwo-Olu as I talk to you. She doesn't have communication with him. And here is Simon telling you that she took an audio. She was not the one who recorded the message. She was not the one who contacted China Sanwo-Olu. So don't you see that this is a clear lies on an innocent lady who has dedicated her life just because he saw the lady's name in those pictures where we were having meeting. He saw her name as part of those people who were on that list that they gave him screenshots. That one Judith gave him screenshots of the people who are holding meetings and posted it online. Just because he saw that this commander is there, and just because he saw Shadow also was in that meeting, and some people were in that meeting, he now began to blackmail those people involved. Edith Nedu, good to have you. Good afternoon, my special sister. Thank you so much. Good to have you. I'll be looking forward to your message. Good to have you here. Now, yes, I just remember something now. Now, John Almeida, you said something yesterday. It was after the broadcast I saw it. You said that you don't know who to believe, that the stories from the two sides are not it's not straight. So I want you to please give me the perspective to the side that we belong, that is not straight. Please, so that I can explain. So, because there's nothing to hide. I don't have anything to hide. My people don't have anything to hide. So whatever you think that's not straight in what we have said, please say it here or type it so that I can respond to you. Because I know you are a very concerned brother. You are concerned about the whole thing, and you don't like the way we're having this, issues with Simon. The reason why we're having these issues with Simon is because he actually has proven to be not to be transparent. He has actually proven that he's running his own organization. Unless you are blind, unless you don't have the spirit of discernment and the spirit of God in you, you cannot tell me that after everything that is happening now, you are not seeing that Simon is not sincere. unless you are telling me you don't want to be truthful to yourself, unless you are telling me that you have a heart of reprobacy where you will see truth and pretend because it has to do with somebody that you like, unless you want to tell me that, unless you tell me that your conscience is dead, unless you want to tell me that your conscience, unless anybody that is watching me or who is going to watch me after now is telling me that your conscience is so dead that you don't want to see evil and you don't want to say that it is evil because it has to do with some people, it has to do with Azuka, it has to do with Simon. Do you know what Mazin, do you know how you know truthful people? Mazin Amdekanu said, listen to this person because the person is saying the truth now. But once the devil enters the person, the spirit of truth will tell you. And so we will give you IPOB treatments. That was why he said, Simon, don't let the devil enter you, because the spirit of the truth has a way of identifying lies and has a way of identifying the devil, because the devil is an epitome of lies. And what is lies? Something that is not real and true. So when you give people impression, now the other day I was showing us some stuff here from his own tweets that contradicts what he's doing. On the 8th of November, I told you a critical time when Izombe people were gunned down by militias, terrorists. Simon came and told you that oil exploration in Biafra land will cease from that day because of the death of the people. Now, till now, he has not said anything again about it. That is one of the cases. When things happen, he comes and says something and then nothing happens. Does that not tell you that he is spiting us, because he knows we are forgetful. When you say something today, everybody will forget. Just as life goes on, just like the protest now that has happened, organized by Muhammad Abbas and others. People have been killed. The next thing, everybody moves on. Before you know it, people will say, people died anyways, they are dead. So we move on. We always forget things. That is why when Biafra comes, everyone who has been involved in criminality, you will not be. Your case will be brought up. We are compiling the information and everything. All those ones who have stolen our monies, gone to buy houses in US and build houses in the zoo after they became signatories to the account, Azuka and the husband and all of that, and Simon himself and all of that, and and all of that for everybody who have soiled their hands in their Biafra money. You see, if you like, continue to say that this one is a Ghana man. If you like, continue to say that he came to ask you for money. That's just your business. That has nothing to do with accountability. If you have a problem about one asking you for accountability, and then you want to blackmail them with he came to ask me money the other time. Oh Lord have mercy. I believe that we have truthful Biafrans with sense. Somebody says you come to your shop now. You come to your business, you have a business, you employ somebody, because we employed Simon to be there to work for us. He's working for Biafrans, he's not our boss. But he has proven to us that he was not working for us. He said it that he is working for his organization, and he said it to the journalists that Biafrans formed my organization. As simple as that. Why didn't he tell them that he has a law firm that is making money for him? Because he doesn't have a law firm. Because he's not a lawyer. Why didn't he tell them he has his private business? But he said Biafrans are funding mine. He didn't say funding our organization. He said my organization. So for those who were arguing yesterday, he said Biafrans are funding my organization. The question was, who is funding you and your organization? That means from what he has said, they have come to understand that the organization belongs to him. He said Biafrans are funding my organization. It's like me coming to tell you now that Biafrans, what I'm doing now, you are funding me. And Biafra freedom is me. It doesn't make sense. Now you have a business. You employ somebody to work for you. The person is supposed to come every month. As the person do the sales and all of that, the person is supposed to have an account book. And then every month end, you travel. So every month end, you come back, you tell the person, let me see the sales book and everything and the account book. The person now, you return 1 month and you ask the person, where is the account book? Let me see. The person say, no, now. You are owing me, so you will not see the account book. Or no, you are not from this. Maybe you are having your business in Lagos and you employed a girl who is an Odiduwa girl, and then she was working in your business in Lagos. And then you come to your shop one day. She says to you, no, you cannot look at the account book because you are not from Lagos. You are not an Odiduwa person. So your business, I cannot give you account of your business or give you account of the monies from your business because you are not Odudua. You can imagine how stupid, you can imagine the level of that stupidity. You can imagine the level of that stupidity. You can imagine the level of that stupidity. So now, sorry, this call is important, but I won't pick it now. Now listen, I am telling Simon, who claims to be a professional, and Azuka, who claim to be educated, and they claim to live in a system. Of course, they don't claim, they are living in a system which they know that people are doing the right thing. That is why those nations are surviving. That is why those nations are thriving. That is why those nations are succeeding. They know that Finland is doing the right thing, and that's why they're succeeding. The leaders give account. They know that US, the United States, even the president of the United States, you heard all the other time, Boris Johnson was sacked because they felt he was insincere. They felt he was insincere. These are nations that even your wife would deny you when you do anything wrong. She will come and say you made it wrong. The nation, as long as it has to do with nation, they'll say you are wrong. They'll say you're wrong. Now you can imagine that we come to ask you, a Biafran, who is a Biafran? He comes to ask you, or who is not even a Biafran? It's just like, who is not, and ask you, please, we are working together in this matter. Give us accounts. And you now tell them that you are not Biafran, or you came to borrow money from me. Now, can you imagine somebody who claims to be educated saying that kind of thing? People who claim to be educated, people are asking, please give us account of what you have been using the money of the nation. People contributing all over the nations of the world to support the freedom of the people. They are not contributing it to support their own freedom alone, but the freedom of everybody. And you gather the money for everybody. You put it in your coffers. And people are now asking you, please give us account. You are now coming to point, this one is a Sabo, and this one is not a Nigerian. This one is a Nigerian. This one is a Ghanaian. This one is a Jamaican. This one is from Congo. This one is from Togo. This one is from Benin. This one is living in Benin. He's living in Liberia. They shouldn't be asking me for accountability. And this one came to ask me money the other day, to give him money, to lend him money, or to to ask me to give him money to eat. This one is a beggar. Why is he asking for accountability? Now you can imagine a nation of such kind of morons, that somebody is asking for accountability, and you are saying, you are bringing up trifles. Does that common sense will tell you that this person is a criminal? You know why? Because they want to distract the people. Simon and Azuka knows that the people are vulnerable, and the people have been bastardized in their minds based on slavery, the period of slavery, and based on the fact that they are too obsessed and too desperate to be escaped from slavery. And anything that goes, please, they don't want to destroy. They don't, this person we are looking up to now, this our hero, this our savior now, we don't want to lose him, because if we lose him, we are done for. Let me see. I saw a message. Been listening since inception, but the age demeaning is not what we want to hear. No, that's not the issue. Steve J, are you listening to? Listen to the words. Don't listen to one particular statement and make your judgment. When we are talking, listen to facts and content. Age is number. It doesn't come. And age is fact and content. Does it erase the fact that we are calling for accountability? Make your points constructively. Don't make sentimental points. Did I talk about age? The only reason I talk about age was because he was talking to elders and calling them idiots, people who are older than him. Of course, you don't disregard elders, even in scripture, even in the Bible. You don't disregard elders. So when somebody comes to call you now, like you calling your father an idiot, or calling your older brother an idiot, and you say you shouldn't mention it. I don't like us being all these sentiments, all this kind of sentimental. I said, you didn't for accountability, nation. You are not ready. You don't have the courage to ask for accountability, and you are saying you want Biafra. God will not give you Biafra. It's not possible. God is not a God of stupidity and cowards and deceivers. God is not a God that can be mocked. You are talking about age. What has is that the fact? Is that the crop of the matter? All the things I mentioned, the only thing you saw to pick is age. You are not even talking about the matter. Ask Simon, you are supposed to give us account. Send him a message. Simon, please. So this issue, what these people are talking about is about account. Give them account. That is the right thing to do. In Finland, you are living, you give account. You pay taxes. You give account. You demand accountability from the leaders. Give account, because this is a nation we are building from scratch, and we must start that issue of accountability from scratch. You are not saying that. You're coming to tell me that I'm talking about age. Is that the issue? That is why I want to be talking to some of you very harshly, especially those ones who are just asking stupid questions, and especially those ones whom we are even bringing into our group and want to bring you all those Nigeria spirit and all those games. I would talk you out. You know they take nonsense. People cannot die for a cause and you just come. You want to just misbehave. Some people say the way we love you, the way we love you. We don't believe that you can. Don't join this kind of people. What kind of talk is that? I should not join people who are truthful. I should join Simon because he's Simon. Don't tell me that kind of thing. Who is Simon? Simon is not bigger than Biafra. Simon is not bigger than the mandate of our freedom. Simon is just one out of millions. So if one wants to mess the destiny of millions, we'll call that one to order. If that one refuses to take the order, we cut them off. We have nations all over. All of you are seeing, some of you live abroad. You see what other nations are doing. People are standing to the truth. Look at Boris Johnson. Do you know that his close allies were even talking about him, saying that the party he organized, the party that was organized in his office or something during COVID-19, people were castigating him. Even his close allies. Cecilia, say how far? Biafrans, eh? They were, even when Boris Johnson employed somebody that had a questionable character, they said he knew about the wrong the person did. He didn't question the person. Cecilia, you have to come in peace, because peace is what we want. That's what it is. And all of you know the right thing, yet you will be, oh Lord God, please help our people. Help Biafrans. Because if you don't get it right now, because it is Simon, don't ask questions, then you are done for. Okay, what's your question, please, Cecilia? Ask that question. Ask any question. I want to answer questions. So ask any question. Chinedu Okonkwo says, Kelechi, how are you? I'm fine. I heard you guys are from your own group. I heard your group name is Biafran Accountability. Oh Lord have mercy. This question you're asking, Cecilia, does not make sense. Everything I'm saying, you don't see what we want from him. We want accountability. Let him come and give record to Biafrans. Where you are working, don't you give records? Cecilia, I'm asking you. The country you are in, if you are in Biafra land, even in the office where you're working, don't they demand accountability for you? When you come to work by 9 o'clock in the morning, don't they ask you why? So you're asking me what you want from Simon. When you know I've said so many things here. Simon came out to lie against a lady now in Abba, saying that the lady he was asking the lady, who are you? He has his men everywhere. He lied against the lady. You are not saying that wrong. You are not saying that he did anything wrong. No, Simon cannot do something wrong. All you're asking me is, what do I want from Simon? You know what we're asking? Accountability. Come and give Biafrans account. From the time you took over and you guys took Azuka's account and Azuka's husband's account and used the account as the account for Biafra Nation to be collecting the whole money of Biafrans. And yet Azuka's husband refused. Please, can you specify on that, please? Accountability. Accountability means the funds that have been coming to Azuka's husband's account. Biafrans need to know how much they have collected, how much they have expended. Our men on ground, they have been complaining. They're asking for any clarification on which side of accountability. That's what I'm giving to you. Every side of accountability, every side, economic, political, social, militarily. What other side do you need? Because if socially, let me give you let me specify all of them now very well and give you definition. Socially, he comes on Twitter and he brags about so many things, tells you so many things, and points out so many things, interacting with us on social media. telling you so many things that he's going to do, including the 150 days that he told you that after 150 days you wake up in, and he told you that everything have been put in place to make sure there is no election in Biafra land. You only came and election held, the second election was held, everything went, and now he's back to square one. He's now giving you issue where what Tinubu have done, what Obi has done, what Chinasa Warrior have done, how he's going to expose Chinasa Warrior again. He's now beginning to do the things that he was doing before 150 days. 150 days was supposed to open the door for another dimension of operation, which he told us categorically that's what's going to happen. He told us that he was arming the people. He told us that people were coming. They are preparing men. That day is going to be no election. They will make sure they secure the borders. That's what he told us. And today, you will see that things are moving normally. He's cashing into the election to see if there's going to be confusion in the land. Look at Josephine. Oh, the mighty fallen. Look at you. He's trying to see if there will be confusion in the land so that the people themselves will revolt. That is how he calculated for this thing. Now that is social. Economically, the monies and everything in Azuka husband's account. Azuka's husband's account have been receiving Biafra money from inception, from May or June, or so I can remember now. Last year until now, almost 1 year. And yet, even the women working with them don't know how much is in that account. You don't have sense. You that is asking me this question, how much have you given to your governor for you to ask the governor to give you account? You are asking Buhari to give you account. Have you given him money before? You see how stupid people are. Look at the question. I know you are going to come to this question. What has Simon to give account got to do with what I've contributed? What I'm doing now is not my contribution. If you are working in an office and you are serving the people, you are giving your service in that office, why do they pay you for the services? It's not because of your effort. Do you know how much I spend in this broadcast alone? It is more than what I don't even know whether you have contributed, because what I'm spending every month to broadcast to you and give you information is more than whatever you contribute. So my contribution, whether I give cash, whether I give kind, whether I give by effort, whether I give by, do you know my intellectual capacity? Do you know the letters I've written? Strong letters for Simon, at least some of them, not all. Do you know the documents I've printed? I've written from my brain for Biafra. Do you know the things I've done for Biafra? Do you know the services I've done in the committees I served? Do you know the brilliant ideas I've brought for Biafra? You're coming to ask me how much I've contributed. Is that why? Are you saying that when you are in a country and then those who are unemployed in that country, for instance, they don't have the right to ask the president or the governor or whoever is in charge to ask them to give account? Don't ask stupid questions. I thought you have a question. This is not a question. And so, please, I don't have time for you. You don't have anything to offer. You are empty. I want to talk to people who have something to offer. So, Simon said that this lady, he doesn't know this lady, but he has given the lady money once to buy tools. He came to tell you that he was asking the lady, who are you? And the spirit, his spirit is so large that when things happen around him, he knows what is happening. Now he has lied to you that the lady gave the number the voice recording of that meeting to Muhammad Abbas to tell them about tell them about protest. The same protest he was trying to organize, thinking it's going to work. Now he's now telling you now that protest was speaking in tongues, lies. Now he's telling you that the lady gave that stuff to Muhammad Abbas, the lady I know very well, and that's lies. So that tells you that this guy is not sincere. And the truth about it is that you see this issue of accountability, we'll keep asking, we'll keep demanding, because when Biafra comes, we're also going to demand. You don't have a question, Cecilia, please get out of this place. You don't have a question. You are daft, you are dumb. Look at the question you're asking, whether I've contributed. You don't have a question. Go away from here. Don't know anything. Go and get sense. This is Mind Surgery Show. If you don't have anything to offer, just listen. We have to be harsh on some of you sometimes. We have to be harsh on some of you. Honestly, Mrs. Adazari, they're amazing. Look at the question the person is asking me. Say whether I've contributed before. So because I've not contributed, Simon, I cannot ask Simon. I cannot ask Simon for accountability because I've not contributed. So if I'm in a nation now and I'm unemployed and the government is not being accountable to the people, I cannot come out and protest. Give us jobs. Let us know what are you using the money for. What is the budget for? I cannot talk. It is only the rich men in the country, those who are giving money, that can ask questions. Even the rich men are not talking. Those who are even paying, okay, let's just assume I'm not contributing. What about those who are contributing? Why are they not asking question? Ask yourself that question. You that is contributing, why are you not asking question? You know, you that is contributing money now, Stella, this Cecilia, not Stella. This Cecilia, you that is contributing, since I'm not contributing, why are you not asking for accountability for them to give you accounts? Reason, use your sense. When people, don't be sentimental because it has to do with one person. Be truthful. No matter who is involved, let your principles stand. That is what Nelson Mandela said. Maybe I'm going to play that video next time. He said, don't change your principle because of whom you are dealing with. Not dealing with, dealing, or having a dealing with. Don't change your principle because of whom you are having your dealing with. Odika, my Biafra people. Stella Uzuka. Stella. Oh my God. And Mr. Chebok says, Cecilia, why are you obsessed with Kelechi, please? Maybe she's obsessed. I don't understand because I don't know why somebody will be asking me. I'm saying, Simon, come and tell Biafrans how much they have paid, how much they have given to you, and how much you have used. Because our men on ground, the men these monies have been contributed for, are crying, are dying. I tell you about this commander I know that he was naming that he doesn't know now, that he saw her in the meeting. The same meeting he was telling Shadow to give his tools to the other person. That same meeting that we have the recorded. He was saying that he told the lady there, which he never even talked with that lady in that meeting throughout. He said he was asking the lady, who are you? And the lady said, I'm so person from Aba. And he now began to give you an impression that he's so spiritual and that he now, because his spirit senses things around and that he's everywhere, they are all everywhere. In a place where people patronize betrayal, even the so-called Nigeria politicians or the Biafra politicians betray people who help them to betray you. How can it be hard for you to get information? It's not hard because most people just give them peanuts, 5,000. Now, do you know, as I told you people initially, Simon does not hold meetings with commanders. It is when they want to give money, they speak with these ones. They speak with them one after the other. They don't bring them together for meetings. Where do you see that happen? Even in military of a nation, even in just organization, everybody one after the other. They want to talk to you. The other one will not know what they said with you. The other one will not know what they discussed with you. A program of freedom where they are supposed to have a collective plan and program where you're supposed to bring the men, the commanders together to discuss. Simon was not holding meetings. When he talks to this one, him and Azuka, they talk to this one and they feel that this one is loyal to them. They give that some money. They fund them regularly. Then when they talk to this one individually and they see this one cannot, this one is saying, no, we want to remain our standard, maintain our standard. You cannot penetrate us. They now dump those ones and all of that. Now, as soon as we called him for that first meeting, he didn't come. The next day, he organized a meeting. And that was where he was telling Shadow, because Shadow was in that meeting. He was telling him to send his tools to the other camp. And to Butuzo, the same Butuzo whom he criticized and whom he called out, that was killing our people, killed double iron on other people. The same Butuzo, he's now telling those ones who are loyal to him to go to swear allegiance, oath of allegiance to Butuzo. That's what he has told them to do now. So you people see all of this stuff. We are telling you all of this stuff. You don't think it's normal. You don't think it's normal for you to ask questions. Because it has to do with someone. So everybody have to just take it like that. Okay, Ike Collins, you're asking a question as if you know about my relationship with the country where I reside. You have not even asked me if I ask for accountability in the country I reside. You're asking me that when am I going to? That tells you that you are biased. For you to say that when am I going to means that you are biased and you are just here to constitute nuisance. Because first you will ask, are you asking for accountability in the country you reside? Now, let me tell you something. Wherever you reside, you must be a citizen to ask for accountability. You must be part of that nation. You cannot just go to US now, for instance. You, Collins, let me educate you. You can't just go to US and start asking for accountability. No, you must have been functioning at least to a point where you are a citizen. So now they know that as a citizen, you have the right to ask questions. You can go to the office and ask questions. You can go to government agency and even meet your representative and ask questions. Say, your community, nothing is happening. This is what is happening. People do it in the US and all over the nations. So you are not ashamed of yourself that you have somebody called Simon and you have somebody who is you call a leader and you cannot ask the person question. It's not shame. It's not a shame. There's another word for shame. Fie. I think that word is stronger. It's not a fie on you, F-I-E. It's not a fie on you that you can't ask questions that in other nations, even where you are, wherever you are, people ask questions. It's not a shame on you. If you are a man with children, it's not a shame on you that you cannot even talk to your children and discuss and ask them about how they go to school and what they do in school and ask them and all of. Do you do all of that? That's what we call accountability. Still asking a stupid question. Biafrans. Our people need brain surgery. Thank God you are here on Mind Surgery Show. I will advise you, E.K. Collins, just keep quiet and watch and listen. Oh Lord, have mercy. Stephen J. This accountability you all are asking. That is, you are not part of it. You are not interested in accountability. Where do you live? You live in space? Even in space, there's accountability. Even in space, even in heaven, there's accountability. So you are saying this accountability, you people, you all are asking. That means you're not even part of it and you want Biafra. That's first line of your statement. Steve J has destroyed everything we want to say. For you to say this, if you had said this accountability that I think we need, what is the significance? That question makes sense. Not this accountability you all are asking for. Then you don't need an answer. Madam Adaza, please leave that Cecilia. Cecilia is just empty. Cecilia is what is a bug. It's an e-frog. She has to jump in here. Maybe they have mandated her. You know, they just give one name. Her name is just Cecilia. We don't even know who Cecilia, what Cecilia means. Collins, go and sit down. You don't know what you're saying. You are just a moron. How can you be asking for identity card? A Biafran. You know what I've done? You know what I've done in my community as a Biafran? Do you know the price I've paid? Coming to ask me your identity. Who are you to ask me your identity card? Go and ask Simon to give you identity card. You're asking me for identity card. Before I will ask for accountability, I should show you my identity card. You are just a moron, okay? You just want me, maybe call you names now. I think I have to call you names. You are just a moron. You are just empty. The stupidity of our people sometimes is so to the climax. Somebody coming to ask me, show me your identity card. Can we see your identity card? You see me here broadcasting all this while you didn't ask me if I'm a Biafran. It is now that I'm asking for accountability that you want to see my card. So you think I came to talk about Biafra without having a connection to Biafra? Am I stupid? You see somebody come to talk about, I've been talking about Biafra. I've been coming critically to broadcast and show my face in public since last year. You never asked me any question. You were jubilating. Oh, we love you. Oh, you are great. Oh, wow, we like your style. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Now that I'm now giving you the real thing to set the pace for our nation, you're coming to ask me for card. Does that not tell you that something is wrong with you? It says something's wrong with you. You don't need a prophet to tell you that. So I'm not going to talk to you again. E.K. Collins, you just need to listen so that your mind will be, reorganized by this surgery we are doing here. Because why I'm talking about these things and showing all of this stuff, my brother Ogechuku, this is not mistake. There are things that are mistake. You know the word mistake, what it means. This is not mistake. Somebody who is intentionally, somebody asks you for instance, you come to meet me and you say, oh, I come to meet you. I say, please, my brother, can I have a cup of water? And you now and you say, oh, somebody giving the person brought the water, show the water person's face. Is that mistake? Mistake. So my brother, I know, because from the tone of your messages, I know you want to be very, very diplomatic, but let's be reasonable. Let's just talk. Let's just be reasonable. Surgery show. Let's be reasonable. It doesn't make sense. Simon, come and give us account. People are complaining. Men on ground are complaining. They are bringing complaints to us. Come and let's discuss. Let's discuss with this man. Come, we have a meeting. Please join us in the meeting. Let's discuss with this man. Rather than come to discuss with this man, he came on air to tell you that criminals are discussing. Does it make sense, my brother? Okay, Chiku. He tells you that they are sabos. They have been sacked because they told him to come for a meeting. We now give him another opportunity because it's an opportunity. Please, the people you are serving need you to talk again on the 13th of February. Another meeting on the 13th, please. And I came here and I told you people, Biafrans, please talk to Simon to meet us in the boardroom. We have not come to, he's the one who brought this issue on social media. We didn't bring the issue on social media. He brought the issue on social media. And please tell him to meet us again in the boardroom. We have given him another letter and a message. Please tell him to come in there. Let's discuss. He now still comes out on social media and commits more blunder. And you call that mistake. My brother, that's not mistake. That's intentional, deliberate. Because there is something to hide. Is it that we cannot reason? There is something to hide. There is something that is being hidden. If not, what is clear conscience first, no accusation? Just come out. Okay, these men who are complaining, who are they? Okay, you are this. Who are you? Okay, you, I know you. I don't know you. I don't know you. And why are you? The reason why I've not done this because this is what I'm suspecting. This is what I'm suspecting. I've not been able to prove your case. Blah, blah. You talk to people. Not you just come out and then you go tell somebody, one of them, you say you are everywhere. You now tell them one of your people you have given tip. Screenshot them. Screenshot those who are in the meeting. Screenshot. Childish. Screenshot them. Then they screenshot them before you know it, they come on. Look at them. All these people here have been sacked from today. Who gave you the power? Who gave you the power, for God's sake? The spokesperson you are bearing, we gave you that power because we were pushing you. And that name came suddenly and everybody said, let's call you spokesperson because we wanted to discredit Ima Powerful. That was why we called you spokesperson. You were not appointed as spokesperson by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So in the first place, the people appointed you, which means that they are speaking the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu based on the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told you to broadcast on Radio Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never told you that you are the pro tem leader. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never told you that you are the pro tem leader. He told you to broadcast on Radio Biafra. He never said you should take over leadership. He said broadcast on Radio Biafra. And then we now said, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very important to us. So for the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said you should broadcast, it means that you have to take the place of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. For the meantime, until when he's back, then suddenly you become a monster. And you said, and people are asking why we're asking questions. You should even be very concerned that people who work with him closely, and not only me, so many people are talking at the same time. Look at Biafra warriors and fighters. These are people who were pushing for Mazi Simon Ekpa, who were helping, who were talking. Look at Juliet. Look at Mark. Look at Jeffy. Look at Jeffy. Look at many of them. These are people who were pushing for Simon Ekpa, for pushing, discrediting the DOS, making sure that Simon, including us, that come on those ones were writing, we were speaking. I was also writing and speaking. We were pushing for people to support. We called for fundraising.